Started with the AISF when I was still a student at the age of 18. I had to take responsibility of Kerala Mahila Sangam of Kannur district. NFIW is an independent umbrella organization which was founded in 1954 by the prominent freedom fighters like Aruna Asaf Ali, the heroine of Quit India movement, like that Renu Chakravarti, all those generation.
Men are overrepresenting in every layer of decision making. Do you see it that way?
Yes, it is the reality. It is whether I see it or not, that is the reality. You are keeping the 50% of the population outside the door. What is that Parliament House? Na? When we say it is house, do any family which close its door for women and keeping the women standing outside will have any dignity? Large number of organizations, individuals are all, everyone have come together. We are putting a single point agenda before the government. De-link census and delimitation from the Nari Shakti Vandana Dhaniya and immediately implement it.
I am not even for 33%. I am like 50% representation.
Yeah, we are also demanding, but the parties are not doing.
You joined CPI, Communist Party of India, as a teenager and then has been working in CPI affiliated roles for a very long time in its youth wing, in its students wing, NFIW. So looking back in the hindsight, how do you see that trajectory?
It did not happen on its own because my parents and my brothers, they were all working for the party and for the trade union also. And my father was basically working among the farmers and also the landless agricultural workers. So he was focusing on the land struggle at that point of time. He helped these people to have at least a few cents of land and to have a house like that. So by seeing that, I grew up. And my village is a very remote village. And all sections of people, whether all caste and religious people are there, we all live together in the sense that mingle. Muslim families are there, Hindu different family caste people are there, then tribals are there, all those. So we all these sections grew up together. That is the beauty of my village. So there the people were with their issues, they used to come to my home and to meet my father, and also by hearing their grievances, their life difficulties, and how my father and my brothers tried, even though we my family was also a very poor family, but how they give sort of confidence to these people and how they help these people to overcome all those difficulties. So I grew up seeing all these things. So automatically I started with the AISF, the student movement. Then when I was still a student at the age of 18, I had to take the responsibility of Kerala Mahila Sangam of Kannur district. So then at the age of 18, I became the district secretary. So from student life to the women's movement, I came, and I had to shift my stay from my residence to Kannur, from my village to Kannur, or particularly Kicheri, where Comrade Kandalotu Kunyambu, and he was a freedom fighter, and he was also there in that Salem firing incident took place, all those things. So, and Yashodha teacher, his life partner, she was working in the Kerala Mahila Sangam at that point of time, and she was when Communist Party banned in Kerala and all. So she was working among these, many of our leaders were in underground. So she was working as a communication agent between the leadership and the comrades who are in underground. And she was a teacher basically, but then the then police realized that she used to write in, at that time our party paper was Deshabhimani, and she used to write in that paper as Swale. So nobody could realize that it is Yashodha teacher. So like that. So then she moved to focusing on the women. So then I joined with her, and I was staying with them. So like that only, I gradually try to understand. When the party made me as a secretary, I was not knowing what is gender, what is gender discrimination. Nothing was. But party asked me to take up this responsibility. I took up, and party helped me to understand this by taking permission from my parents to shift me to Kandalot's house, Yashodha teacher's house. So like that, we always moved together always. And she used to tell about all her suffering. She was brutally tortured by the police at that time. And they thought that she is dead, so they left her like that. But then her mother saw her, and they realized that she is still alive, and like that.
This is during emergency?
No, it is not. It is
Even before that.
48,
Freedom
49,
struggle.
that. No, 48, 49,
Okay.
that period.
Okay.
Their Communist Party was banned.
Okay.
So all those. So like that, it is not that I read any book about feminism or that all, that word and all. I was not at all aware of such words. That time it was not very familiar also. It was not in usage, if I may say so. Feminism, that word. But then working with her, by observing her, how she interacts with the women, and how she listens to the women when they tell her about their problems, and then how she deals with those issues. With the satisfaction of that women. So that all, by observing and involving with her, I learned that. So then since then I'm in with the women's movement.
Okay. So after that you shifted to Delhi as well after a while.
Delhi, actually, I shifted after my marriage.
Okay.
My marriage was in 1990. So my partner, he was first I shifted to Tamil Nadu. He is from Tamil Nadu, and he was working there in the party. And so we shifted there. From there, we had to, then he was asked to work from the party headquarter in Delhi. So like that, I also shifted. This is the tragedy of the women, Indian women. They will have to follow the husband. I was when I shifted to Chennai. That time I was in the party CPI's state council. I was one of the
Kerala.
member of
Okay.
CPI state council.
Okay.
Then I had to shift because family means what, we are also family, but that was the practice. And that time nobody, actually there was debate that one of our cadre, we are going to lose that cadre and all this. But that time party leadership, particularly Kannur, Comrade P.P. Mukundan, and also now her marriage is over, she should be with her husband, like that. So I had to shift, and I was there.
So like, is that when your association with NFIW started?
No, the Kerala Mahila Sangam is one of the affiliate to NFIW. NFIW is an independent umbrella organization which was founded in 1954 by the prominent freedom fighters like Aruna Asaf Ali, the heroine of Quit India movement, like that Renu Chakravarti, all those generation. That's an umbrella organization. Many organizations are affiliated to that organization. So from Kerala, Kerala Mahila Sangam is affiliated to that organization. From Bengal, 2-3 organizations have affiliated. Like that, different states, different organizations have affiliated to. It is an umbrella organization in NFIW. So when I shifted to Delhi, then the NFIW leadership at that point of time, they asked me to come and work in the headquarter in this NFIW office.
Okay.
So like that only, then my association gradually grew with NFIW.
So, like, how much of that initial mission still holds up for NFIW? Like, during the independence struggle, you started with a mission. So, still continuing with that?
You see, NFIW, NFIW is the first mass women's organization of our country. So this was, we were also, our NFIW is one of the founding member of Global Women's Movement, Women International Democratic Federation. So that was formed in 1945, immediately after the Second World War. So the only slogan was peace. So because the wars, the First World War we have seen, Second World War we have seen. So the most affected or the victims of these wars are women and children. So for any forward moving or for any, today we use that word development and all, but at that time for any forward moving, for any welfare, for to have a dignified life, for that we need education and everything. So for that a peaceful situation should be there. Otherwise war can't give you anything, any such positive things. War brings with it the destruction. So we started with that. We also, the NFIW also picked up that resolution from the Women International Democratic Federation. And also you must, you should know that NFIW was formed at that time with many organizations. One was Mahila Atmaraksha Samiti of Bengal. That organization was there in engaged in relief work. And that organization, that Bengal famine, it's a very well-known famine in our country. It was the result of the Japanese aggression. So this Mahila Atmaraksha Samiti was there. They were having community kitchens and feeding people, and lot of people because of cholera. Lakhs of people died there because of this poverty and all. Hunger and all these things. So that organization, like that, the local organization, Punjab Istri Sabha in Punjab, women were fighting there for their local issues. Like these type of organizations, they came together and they formed the National Federation of Indian Women. And the base of that the resolution which we passed was the resolution of the Women International Democratic Federation, peace, world peace. That was the so based on that peace. Absence of war does not mean there is peace. Many other things. Whenever any denial of your rights, whether it is when your educational right is not ensured, that's a situation of sort of a war. It may not be with all arms and ammunitions, but your right or our rights are getting denied. So for us, that's not a that is a challenge to our dignified life. So just the absence of war doesn't mean that there is peace. So that way we have, that is one of the character of this organization. We are not just like any funded NGOs where they will have some projects for 1 year or 2 year or 3 years. After that period is over, they will just in Hindi mein bistar bori bandh ke, they will wind up everything and they will go. That is, we are not like that. We are not such a funded organization, but we are there with the women just even when they are in the womb of their mother, because we fight for the right to be born. In today's latest report also shows, La Family Health Survey also report also shows that the Kanya Bhruna Hatya, female feticide. So women are not or girls are not even allowed to be born. So we start from there. We are saying that every child has right to be born. So from there, then whether it is for education, whether it is for a safe place, school, public place, then where it is, whether it is for the employment, all those issues we take up till the she is alive, and even after the death of that women, for a dignified last rites. So that is the, so we take up all those issues which impact the women, the girls and their life. So that is the difference. So we are we don't have any dearth of issues in India particularly.
So how does a day-to-day look like in NFIW? Like there are campaigns will be happening every now and then, but day-to-day activity, how does it look like?
You see, we some of the issues, short-term result-oriented issues we take up, and some of the things which are long-term. For example, the women reservation. We will. I think you will come to it a little later. Otherwise, every day there is something, some crimes against women are happening, some denial of rights are being happening, all those things. So every day, every moment, the women of this country are facing a lot of criminal challenges. So it is for as a women organization, it is our responsibility to one is respond to such incidents, such crimes, and also to see that our members go there in that particular place where the incident happened, and be with the family, be with the women, and give them a sort of a confidence and assistance to ensure justice for that person.
How does one become a member of NFIWs?
So it's our organization, it's an organization where any women or even trans women, they can be member, any caste, any religion or anything, even any, I just trans women are also there in our executive. But only one thing we don't allow, that is the communal fascist mentality. That we will not allow. Now, if in our organization, all faith people are there, whether Hindus, Christians, Punjab, Sikhs and Parsis, everyone is there. But nobody will claim that my religion is the best and the all others should follow what we are saying. No, that we will not allow. Other than we have the homemakers, we have agriculture working women, we have doctors, we have scientists, we have people who are in government service. So all sections, we all sit together and discuss the issue. And because every section have their own issues, but when you sit together, we all discuss about that, and a better outcome of that issues, or how to solve that issue, that comes out. So that is it. It is we our membership fee is 1 rupee per year. So that is the thing.
Okay, ma'am.
And also in my party, in my the NFIW, National Federation of Indian Women, there are different party people are also, women are also there.
Okay.
And we have PDP from Kashmir, some women are there. Then we have Congress women. One of our senior most vice president, no, she is no more now.
So you don't have to be affiliated to any party to be member of NFIW?
No, but I tell you, as I said, communal fascist parties we don't, or those women which who is having this communal fascist approach or that ideology, we will not allow them. But otherwise, NFIW is not a party women front.
Okay.
That is why I'm saying party women friends are affiliated. Some of the states organization which are affiliated with us are party women organizations.
Okay.
For example, Kerala Mahila Sangam, it's a party. They are party is a women friend.
Okay.
The NFIW is an apex body. It was not affiliated with any party, but our politics is very clear. We have a very secular and democratic, left secular democratic ideology.
Okay.
That is, we are a left women organization.
Ma'am, the problem isn't that women are missing from politics. It is that men are overrepresenting in every layer of decision making. Do you see it that way?
Yes, it is the reality. It is, whether I see it or not, that is the reality. And that is where we are all, I use that word, struggling to change this. That is how the demand for women reservation has also emerged. At the time of the Constituent Assembly, in the Constituent Assembly, where the Constitution formation or finalizing the Constitution of India was debated. In that assembly, 15 women were there. Majority were men, but 15 women were also there. And when the question of reservation for women in that Constituent Assembly also it was discussed. Then mostly the women members, they felt that no, they were strongly against that, saying that now India is India is independent, and in its forward march, then naturally, because we also participated equally in the freedom movement, freedom struggle. So naturally, men or the people of this country will have equal respect, equal opportunities, everything. That was the thinking of, because in the freedom movement there was no discrimination. Oh, you are women, so you won't be, you are incapable of dealing with this. No, there was nothing. So that was the thinking of these women who are in the Constituent Assembly. So we actually, at that time, those women opposed the idea of women reservation. But then in 1975, the UN Women Conference. Before that, the UN has asked all the member countries to prepare a status report of women. And in our country, a committee was constituted, and Phulrenu, this was constituted in 1971 by the then government. And Phulrenu Guha was the president of, or the leader of that committee. And they traveled across the country, met different sections of women, and they finally brought a report, a status of women report, towards equality, the status of women report. That report actually opened our eyes, the women of India's eyes. Because we were thinking that, okay, we will get space everywhere and we will be treated equally, whether it is education, employment, or whether it is parliament or assembly, whatever may be. But then that report shows that only 5% members of the parliament were women. What happened to the other percentage? Why such a large number of men are there? What happened to the women? Then the demand for reservation. No, it cannot be like this. And this was in, and after this report in 77, there was an election. And in that election, only 3% members were women got in parliament. So it was getting worsened. So that is why the demand for women reservation have emerged. And even today we are struggling with that.
So, with current reservation bill, linking the delimitation along with reservation bill is a crooked move to stall the reservation is what I feel. Do you agree with that?
Totally, it is not with a simple agenda of stop this.
Yes.
It is because of now the government which is in power is a fascist government party and which believes in Manuvad. So Manuvad means they never believe in gender equality. They always consider women as second grade citizens and their place should be in the four walls of the house. That is the thing. And they are also very strong patriarchal minded. It is the ideology is one thing, but also it is not a simple patriarchy, it is a Manuvadi patriarchy. So that is why these two conditionalities attached with this thing. And I must also tell you that because those who watch this, they should know the truth. See, the 1996 first time in our parliament a bill was placed. Our party leader Geeta Mukherjee, CPI leader Geeta Mukherjee was heading that joint committee, joint select committee, and she submitted her report and all those things. Then from between 96 to 2010, 2010, the Rajya Sabha passed that bill. But in between that, some 4-5 times, 3-4 times, the attempt were made to place it and pass it. But in Parliament, many of the parties opposed it, so they could not. The governments in different period they could not pass it. But in 2010, the UPA government, where the left parties were supporting that government from outside, that bill got passed in Rajya Sabha. But then the then government, the Congress-led UPA government, they failed to take it to Lok Sabha. So when the Lok Sabha's term is over, automatically that bill, the bill which was passed in this house, lost its life. That is or they could not bring it into Lok Sabha. So, but in 2014, the new government came. The Mr. Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister. Then immediately after that, as a women organization, we met him in Parliament. We gave a memorandum in which we demanded only one thing, that is bring the bill and pass it. It was in 2014. He did not even reply. And another occasion, I met him, and there was an opportunity to ask him what about, sir, about the women reservation bill. And he said there is no sarvasamati, consensus is not there. So other than that, there was no discussion from 2014 to 2023. No discussion with the political parties, no discussion with all other stakeholders, nothing was there. All on a sudden, there was a rumor that a new parliament house will be inaugurated and the new first bill will be women reservation bill. How it has come, that is what I want through you to the people know what is the reality. In 2021, because we were waiting, the Indian women were waiting for, okay, this government has its own 2/3 majority, so it can be earlier, whether in Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, BJP leaders were both the houses with their opposition leaders, as opposition, whether it is Sushma Swaraj or here the other leader, they were repeatedly saying that if people vote us and we come to power, this will be the first bill and within 100 days we will pass it. But from 14 till 21st, 2021, we have not heard anything from the government. In spite of giving memorandum also, there was nothing. Not even replied to us. So we decided that NFIW has decided to approach the Supreme Court. So we filed a writ petition. And the Supreme Court has issued notices to the central government as well as all those parties which have put support to women reservation bill in their election manifesto. And CPI, my party, is the only party which replied to the Supreme Court. No party, other parties, or even the government did not reply to the Supreme Court's notice. So in 2023, well, hearing was going on, but there was nothing. In 2023 September, there was a hearing, and in that Justice Khanna realized that central government did not reply to their notice. Then he was very angry, and he said in the court that we don't mind to issue an order. So that was the moment government realized that this Supreme Court is very serious about this bill, and if we will not do something, then they will pass an order and asking the government to bring this karke. Then that will be a defeat for the government. It is not that because government was interested, but because of the court's insistence, they had to bring this bill karke. So government of course used its media and everything. Nobody referred. The news was there. The way the justice reacted and all, it was there. But then it was for a day or two. The other days, all they use the pura, all entire media is in their hand. So they created as picture that it is the government's initiative, it is coming.
The same day.
Same day from then, since then they started.
Okay.
So I can very well tell you that this government, Modi government kneeled down before the farmers. Then it was before the NFIW, the women of this country. They were forced to bring that bill. And because they are Manuvadi patriarchal ideology, so they don't want to women be there. Whatever speeches Prime Minister every time give, but what he gives or his government gives, you take that. We decide what is good for you, the women of this country, and you accept that. We are always a beneficiary of the government's charity, not that we are also involved in the decision making. So that is the mentality. They don't believe that women should have an equal space, equal voice in decision making for this country. We are almost 50% of this population, of the country's population. So as a democracy, you will have to listen to the 50% also. Now what are you doing? You are keeping the 50% of the population outside the door. So what is that parliament house? Na? When we say it is house, they do any family which close its door for women and keeping the women standing outside will have any dignity. So this is the same thing with our parliament, parliamentary democracy. So then government has brought the bill on 23rd and with two conditionalities. What is that? Census and delimitation. Now that bill got passed. But the unfortunate thing is that all the political parties in the opposition, everyone said that, we support this bill, but why you are bringing attaching these conditionalities? But everyone voted. See, the parties, they fear. I'm saying whichever party maybe, the parties, they feared that, if we don't support this, if we don't vote in favor of this, then we will be stamped as anti-women. That was the fear in the deeper mind of all this party leadership. So they all supported along with this conditionalities, and that bill got passed. What is that bill? Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. In our country, women are being worshipped as Bharat Mata, this Mata, that Mata. But Bharat Mata, in the women of this country, is facing such unprecedented cruelty and torture and crimes in our country. Same way, Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam.
Over 20 elections have happened after the bill got passed in September 2023. Still, we don't see the representation of women.
You must see again one more fact. What is that? Before in last election, last election, when the 23 this bill was got passed, at that point of time 14.3% or 4% women parliament members were women. After passing this bill, then next general election, how many percentage? 13 point. 13%. So it should have been gone up. 33% women should have been there in parliament. Na? But because of these conditionalities, they ensured that women should not come into parliament. Women don't deserve to be there equally sitting along with the men there. So it has gone in spite of having an act in favor of women reservation. Women's number have gone down. So even after that also what happened? In now this year April, 3-day special. What is it? Again, a women constitutional amendment bill, but with delimitation. Why we oppose the women of this country or NFIW? Why we are opposing? Because we have seen what has happened in Jammu Kashmir and what has happened in Assam. There the delimitation thing has done before the assembly election, or before the parliament elections. So the constituency boundaries were designed in such a way that any election comes, you will have your BJP representative. To accordingly religion based तरीके से they have redesigned the constituencies. This government wants to redesign the constituency boundaries and then to have a full majority. जो 400 par more than 400 last election, this was the major slogan of Prime Minister. That is what he last time people did not give 400 par, even not even the 2/3. So that is why he is particularly Prime Minister and the Home Minister, they are always thinking how to have the full majority so that they can run this country the way they wish. And then one nation, all these slogans also you cannot see whether that conditional Women Reservation Act and all these things are not separate incidents. These are all connected. The one nation, one election, all those things are connected. So there is a clear-cut fascist agenda by the central government, by the BJP government, by Modi and Amit Shah, that they are working for the RSS. RSS has brought this government into power because they have, what is their agenda? Their agenda is to make this country as a Hindutvadi country. It's a theocratic state. Now it is a secular and democratic country. It is not a theocratic country. So to change the character of this country and to make this country as a Hindutvadi, Hindu Rashtra.
Ma'am, how do we correct this imbalance of representation of women? All the political parties claim to be, standing for women, claim to be they all claim that they want to empower women, but it is not reflecting even in the party tickets as well, in all political parties. So how do we correct that imbalance? Not even in party tickets, but in the highest decision-making bodies of political parties, the national executives or whatever that be. Yeah. So how do we correct that imbalance?
You see, this is a reality again. This is a reality. And when since the 1996 bill was placed, Women Reservation Bill was placed in Parliament, there were lot of proposals. I will come to the party positions, but the Parliament thing first let me deal with. So even the Election Commission at that point of time suggested that political parties should give 33% seat for women. We opposed that. Why? that cannot ensure 33% women in parliament. Because if the parties, whichever party, the parties are very genuinely feeling that women should be there, then they should have been given more seats. There should not have been any need for such a bill, women reservation bill. That it did not happen on its own. So, and if that has become the norm, then parties will give seat. Okay. So they will choose the seat the most disadvantaged seat. There is no chance. But we have given seat to women. Okay. And it is not, this is one factor. So the possibility, very less possibility for winning. So winning seat won't be given to women. This is one aspect. Number two, if constituency A, okay, my party has decided to give a women candidate in constituency A. That doesn't mean that Congress also give a women candidate in that constituency. Or that doesn't mean that other parties BJP give a women candidate in that constituency, so that all candidates are women. There is no guarantee. So only when all candidates are women, one women candidate will get elected. So parliament, we can ensure that. So that is why we oppose that.
But it would have still worked. Like, I am not even for 33%. I am like 50% representation.
Yeah, we are also demanding, but the bill was for 33%. Yeah.
So if political parties, every party give 50% representation, it should work, no?
No, that is why parties are not doing. That is why we had to depend upon this women reservation. Giving 33% cannot ensure that 33% representation of women will be there in parliament or assemblies. That's why we opposed that. And another proposal was also came that 33% seat can be increased and that can be given to women, so that the men's seat won't be affected.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
This time also what? In April 16, 17, 18, the Amit Shah, while speaking, he said 50% seats can be increased and out of that, 1/3 can be given. So, but there was no such bill. So then he said, if you break for 1 hour, I will bring that bill, this thing also. What is it? That shows that you are cementing the patriarchy, because you don't want to lose anything. At present, 543, we are, NFIW is asking this government, what prevents you to ensure the bill is, the conditionalities removed and implementation from now onwards. So that 543, 1/3. But after during that special session in this April, after that, Prime Minister addressed the nation, and he was repeatedly saying, "Oh, women could have got more seats. Women could have got more seats," as though women would have got so many seats. But the reality is, he never said the reality. Fact, he did not say. What he said? He said more seats. Even if thousands, you pass a 1,000-member parliament, women will get only 1/3. Not more than that. 1/3, because that is the act which was passed. But the impression was created. Why I am saying this? One of the leader, Mahila, this BJP's Mahila wing, Mahila Morcha leader. I met her in a function. Then she asked me, "Arey, comrade, why did you party opposed and all these things? We should have get more seats and all." I asked her, how many more? 50%. No, that's what Prime Minister was speaking in the address to the nation. I said, no. We get only 1/3. That is the act. Otherwise, it should have been 50%. Then only they also realized. So it was hoodwinking the people of this country, betraying the people of this country. That is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the central government is doing. And even now, huge one national coalition for women reservation. Huge, large number of organizations, individuals are all, everyone have come together. We are now the single point demand. We are putting a single point agenda before the government. De-link the census and delimitation from the Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam and immediately implement it. So that now next year or this year end, the UP elections, so many state elections are coming. Before that, all the constitutional conditions to implement it for that can be completed now. Once parliament is passed like this, then the coming assembly elections, more women can contest. 1/3 seats can be ensured in all those assemblies. That is what we are demanding. This is one part, that legal part. But about parties, see, parties need to. So time, now we are in the 21st century. So in across the globe, world over, youth and women are now in the forefront of any struggle. Even in India, even for our own party or my own parties or the trade unions, we all organize, or Kisan Sabha, we all organize many campaigns and struggles. The all those struggles and campaigns become successful. It is only because of the large number of participation of women. That is why. So, but that is not reflecting in the party leadership. This is what in my party also, I am also raising. It is an internal struggle for the women, whether it is left parties also, it is there. But I am, this is also one way of conveying it to through you also to the party leadership, that it is not that time has changed. Women are there. They might not have read the Das Capital from page 1 to last. But they are convinced that the struggle and the foremost of this is important for the to ensure constitutional rights. That's why when you give a call, women are coming and continuously coming. That is more than enough to give them membership and to then it is your duty to give more political education and to group them into or help them into higher bodies, come to higher bodies in leadership. So they will come on their own once they are in, by seeing and how, if they can run a house successfully, they can run a panchayat. They can, whether it is Jilla Panchayat or a municipality or a Gram Panchayat, successfully. They can deal the standing committees very successfully. Then they can also very well learn and lead the party if get a chance. And for that, the first thing is to bring them into the party, and then allow them to occupy the leadership. This until and unless if these particularly left parties are not doing this, then for them it will be a challenge in future. So they will have to.
So what do you say, ma'am? Like, let all women should come outside and make a party on their own and give some representation to men, like how they are doing it. Like,
why should we all come out and separate? Why? So this is one thing. If we, what is the victory of us then? See, if this is not to defeat men, to make them realize the importance of equality. What is that equality? Gender equality. So if you leave the battlefield and you go out and you go gender park, this, that. What is this? So all these things are there but in spite of that, women are being attacked every moment. So it's we be there inside and try to fight. We may have to sacrifice our positions also. That's a different thing. But our conscience, we feel that. we fought the fight. And okay, this is if even sending us out is also our victory. That's also we must take it like that. That's a different thing. We will all women come, and there were also attempts earlier also women's party, but that is not the solution to the core issue of gender equality and defeating. We are also in smash patriarchy. Patriarchy, that attitude, that idea, that should be defeated. We are not enemy to men. Our enemy, men are not our enemies. But these sort of ideas are our enemies. So that is where we will have to, only when we are there, then we can struggle. That is what.
So, what is the biggest struggle before the people of India today, and how do we overcome it?
See, the biggest struggle in today's India is to ensure constitutional rights.
Okay.
That means to safeguard the constitution itself, because in today the country is ruled by fascist forces, and they don't respect the constitution. Constitution, though it starts, the preamble starts with we, the people of India. But they think that this country belongs only to one particular religion, that is Hindu religion. So that is why from 2014 they have sown the seeds of hatred. Now it is ripe, and now they are reaping the fruits. That is why everywhere the hatred which is happening, one crime has done from one person in a Muslim family, then the bulldozer will go and the entire area of the Muslim houses were demolished. That hatred, the people were living together, people were respecting together, helping each other. So that thing has gone now. So that means what? The secular, the basic values of our constitution, democratic, secular, socialist. Oh, secular values have gone. They don't believe in. So that is why more and more attacks on the minorities, whether it is Christian minority. Today, the paper reports that in some state, one church was under construction, and the people went and in West Bengal, they demolished everything. So the party which is in power and the ideology which was of RSS ideology, they think that for the attainment of their agenda of Hindu Rashtra Nirman, these minorities are hurdle. So they want to finish them off or silence them. That is why or even the educated people, when they express their dissent on some policies, or suddenly even the Supreme Court, we must see that Supreme Court Chief Justice also cockroach this and that, unemployed youth. So the challenge before the people of India is to safeguard the constitution itself and constitutional institutions itself, whether it is the Supreme Court, all the four pillars of our democracy, legislature, executive, judiciary, and the fourth pillar, the press. Everything is captured by the fascist forces. That is the biggest challenge. Until and unless that is, even including the election commission, if these are all be freed, and they should allow their independent function, and therefore independent function means what the constitution directs, that should be their work. So that is the biggest challenge. So only when we safeguard, protect, and ensure the constitutional values and fundamental rights, then only that sort of a fraternity will be there, that friendship will be there, then that peace of mind will be. Nobody is seeing the other person as the enemy. So when such a situation will come, then there will be peace. Everyone is seeing each other as the human beings.
Thank you, ma'am.